I'll be seeing John Oliva. And by the way, John Oliva wanted me to tell everybody hello. He wishes he could come to Peru.
Wow.
He always wanted to, so he wanted me to tell everybody that he says hi and give a nice hello from John that he just told me right before I left. So the Mountain King says hello.
I think maybe you received a lot of requests for other bands around the world that maybe ask you to sing at their albums. How do you pick up maybe which bands maybe you can work with, for example?
Well, I just kind of see if it's the kind of music that is basically up along the lines of what I do already. Of course, I like to, you know, pick. I don't do that many. Maybe, I don't know. I think last year I only had like 2 or 3 different, you know, appearances that I made on other people's albums. I don't do it a lot. I just make sure it's something that I enjoy, and it's something that gets my attention and it's good. And also I'm looking for a challenge, because part of the reason I like to perform on other artists' albums is just to keep myself challenged. You know, I don't really pick necessarily the easiest thing, because I, you know, definitely want to try to learn something from every, you know, appearance or project that I take part in. So this was definitely a challenge as well. So, you know, it keeps I think it just keeps you, it keeps you as good as you can be. I don't really want to get too comfortable. And I always like to try to grow as much as I can within what I do. Even though I've been doing it for 25 years, I just try to find ways I can grow. And that's basically what I look for in any, you know, if I make an appearance on an album.
You actually mentioned the reunion of Savatage for the Vocalista. What are your memories from that concert?
Yeah, and and it was for the first time we kind of got both stages going at the same time for the first time in I think 26 years of the festival it was before this one, but and having TSO play on one stage and Savatage on the other, and all of it happening at the same time. That was a dream of our producer Paul O'Neill, who wanted that to happen, and really the memories from it are fantastic. I mean, it's probably the biggest show I've played in my life. It's probably one of the most influential shows. So to be 20-something years down the road in your career and to have that be popping up on your schedule and saying, hey, we're going to do this reunion, come on, join the guys, and let's put it together. It was amazing. It was just really one of the most amazing shows I've ever done in my life.
From what we saw actually through the videos on YouTube, actually it was massive, really big show actually, and amazing. So we're definitely looking forward to having for maybe a future DVD.
Yeah, I think we should. You know, they probably definitely look into that, and we're gonna definitely try to get it going. And we always talk to Paul O'Neill about it and say, hey, what's going on with the DVD? So I'll definitely be hitting him up again here in a couple of weeks. So yeah, he was amazing.
Well, another question that we always like to ask is if you can tell us maybe any funny memory or story when you were at the time when you were in Savatage, for example.
Yeah, there's been quite a few. I mean, in America, we've had we have seen everything, you know. But I think there was a really funny time in America. We were touring in the U.S. where we were supposed to have a show. And we were setting up and everything, and it was supposed to be a little outdoor kind of like festival, and then all of a sudden the police showed up because they were afraid we were going to break the noise ordinance and be too loud, have too many decibels for the show. So it was like, they were pretty major bands like Great White, which was a band way back in the day that was on Atlantic, and there was Winger, who was also on our label back then, and it was Savatage. So we were all there to play, and then it did not happen. The police came and says, you can't play. It's going to be too loud. It was taking place in a large metal building, and they thought that the noise was going to take the metal and rattle it like, grrr. And it was just really weird to get to something that was supposed to be a pretty big festival, and all of a sudden, nothing happens. So we're all going, what is going on here? Well, tomorrow's another show. So that never happened. And then one time, we were actually in Brazil for the first time, actually. I think it was like 98. And we were doing a big festival over there, Monsters of Rock. in Sao Paulo. So we did the show and everything, and it was a big festival. Lots of people. I think it was probably like 50,000 people. It was quite a lot. And
Wow.
it was like Phillips cigarettes, Monsters of Rock. So we did the show and everything, and we were backstage for a little while and having a few drinks and whatever, and it was all fine. Then we leave the show, so we get in a bus to take us to the hotel. But it turns out that there's somebody on top of the bus
Oh, really?
who rode on top of the bus for a lot of the time. Then the driver kind of figured out that there's someone on top of the bus because they were making noise. I said, I hear something up there. Somebody was actually riding on top of the bus. It was a crazy fan. So, but then the driver got mad and he starts going, doing like this with the bus to try to, and really it threw the guy off.
Oh, really?
And I saw him fall down, and it was luckily a kind of a grassy, ditch area. But that was crazy. I didn't even know it was legal to throw people off the bus. But then again, so I see like arms and legs fly down by the window. I'm like, oh my God, the guy fell off the bus.
Wow.
And that was kind of weird. And then, there's all that legend of the chupacabra and that kind of thing. So that turned out to be the chupacabra story because the legend was that there was a chupacabra on top of the bus. But it wasn't. It was an actual person. So that was the story. If you ask John Oliva, he'll go, oh, the chupacabra on top of the bus, but it wasn't. It was just a real person. I don't even know what a chupacabra is supposed to be. But I don't want to meet one, okay? I don't want to know. But anyway, that's just a couple of, I could go on and on, but that's just a few things that come to mind right now. Just, you never know what you're going to see in the metal world. But everything's been a lot more tame here, which is good. I'll take that. I don't like too much mystery.